Hey up lads and lasses, Damphyre here, back again with some more Infinite Lagrange. Today, well, yesterday, as we're recording this, the patch dropped with all the tactical items and that kind of stuff, so we're just going to go through the patch notes quick, the event notes quick, and then we'll have a play around in game and we'll talk about the stuff as well there. So, because this might be quite long, I am going to try and skim read, just go through and give you the points as quick as possible, as opposed to just reading everything out. Otherwise, the video will probably be a tad bit too long. So, new technologies, the new items are in, and the technical blueprints, so we can have a quick look at those in game in a bit. The equipment's in, and the collectibles are also in. We can see as well here that the strategic assets has replaced the blueprint screen. So if you go to your blueprints now, where that same button was on the bottom right of the screen, you got blueprints obviously there, and your ship liveries and your tactical plugins as it's renamed now, which was the weapon mods and that kind of thing. And then you got your items and your legacy and collectible folders also in the game. So we can have a quick look at that. And with the legacy and collectibles in now like that, possibility of lore videos coming in the future, but we'll have to wait and see a touch on that. Identification and acquisition of strategic resources, strategic assets, sorry. Unidentified strategic assets obtained during star system exploration can be converted into tactical items, technical blueprints, I'm just saying that twice, I thought they wrote it twice. Equipment and collectibles through strategic assets identification, allowing explorers to use them. Basically, you can get items. 2, added more types of docking points in star system maps, using outposts of bases to carry out docking based on conditions to receive corresponding unidentified strategic assets during the star system development rating. So there are new outposts that you can dock to, and you'll get potentially blueprints and that kind of thing to create items out of. We also have added Privateer's secret meeting in the Galactic event. So we have the new Galactic event. Eliminating the Privateer fleet carrying intel within the specified area grants you a chance to intercept intel. Recycling asset equipment with the intel area grants you a chance to receive equipment, technical blueprints, technical items. This is another way of acquiring such items. We have the Strategic Asset Squad Visit Galactic event. Communicate with the Strategic Asset Squad within the system to assist them in restoring the asset equipment. Different restoration methods grant you a chance to receive equipment. There's another way of getting equipment for yourself there. Which this is all quite nice, by the way, because if you're in server, this is all stuff that should have been added to the server, as opposed to one of the previous notes I read out, where they said it will only affect new servers. So there is possibility of actually being able to grab hold of these, trying them, testing them, etc. In the star system development rating, new souvenirs have been added to the rating. Rewards of different levels, which will distributed automatically after obtaining corresponding ratings. This is quite nice that they've added more stuff to spend your rating points on at the same time. If your union's not doing particularly well, at best you normally have like around 400 by the end of a server if you've done all your individual rating, and that's enough for the 2 enterprise BP files, which are arguably more important currently than trying to pick up these tech restoration technology assets. So, I mean, that's debatable. Some of these items could be really, really overpowered. We need to sort of get our hands on them and test them and see what they are, what they're like. So there's a possibility there, to be honest, where you might not go for the BP files, although I highly doubt that still. 7. The rentals of certain tactical items and equipment now available in the points store. Notice it says rentals. That means there's a good chance that if you pick them up, you will lose them end of server. So be aware of that. They've done it before with blueprints and stuff like that. So just be careful. If you're spending things like Proxima, don't do it. Spending IRL money, just don't do it. Spending Chew coins, don't do it. If it's UE coins and that kind of thing, go ahead. You don't have much else to spend those on, so you may as well. So yeah. Then we have Strategic Partnership Equipment Pack. So here you go. This is where they're saying there's the stuff that you can pick up here. Explorers who have gone through a complete star system exploration at least once can trigger the Lagrange Technology Achievement Exhibition event after logging in. During this 7-day event, they could choose to purchase the following asset starter packs. See, these I would be slightly cautious of because I don't know if you'll be able to keep them at the end of server. And I have logged into the server and had a quick look, and 2 of the packs cost IRL money, and the other one costs Proxima. And Proxima being, again, a pretty valuable resource in the game, allowing you to pick up black boxes, etc. for the potential of blueprints. So, yeah, if you don't get to keep these, no, not worth it. 100% ignore it. I hope everyone ignores them, because that might tell netties that it's not on selling stuff like this. That isn't permanent. But we'll have to wait and see. Exploration preparation gameplay in the hub star system. Before explorers go to a new star system exploration, they can prepare for it in the explorer's system and select the equipment and warp drive launch vehicle to be used in the new star system. Explorers' ships have a fixed amount of capacity, and the carried equipment and warp drive launch vehicle will take up the corresponding capacity of the ship. This is where it's saying these are the items and stuff you can bring in, as we discussed previously. I think it's 3 equipments you can bring in, and multiple items or something like that you can bring in. So yeah, this should be interesting. I won't unfortunately be able to see it until my server finishes and then wait in the hub, etc. So yeah, I won't be able to show that one off because, again, in server, I honestly have no idea when the server's ending, to be honest, either. It shouldn't be too long, but I can't remember the exact start date. When explorers are preparing for exploration, they can lower the warp drive launch vehicle within the allowable capacity of the exploration ship for free. And this is just basically telling you can bring stuff in and out. There is an extra chance of receiving temporary supplies of the warp drive vehicles in store. Node recovery has something called flashing beacons and interests and strife. Trojite has route establishment and interests and strife. Data has undercurrents, obstacles to voyage. And the Dawn Exploration Agreement has trade route and interests and strife. I have no idea what any of those mean, but we'll probably see them in game at some point. Handling collection data. When collection feature becomes available, the archive's possession by explorers will be converted into archive assets and put into the strategic assets warehouse. The discovery points obtained by explorers through the archives obtained repeatedly in the past will be randomly converted to archive assets already processed by the explorers based on the difficulty of acquiring them. The collective version number will also be converted into the corresponding ones. So I don't think the system's like completely or fully implemented yet, but this will give us the ability to, I guess, eventually have that little box that we saw earlier in the blueprints where you'll have all your lore and stuff set up and ready. There is also the Dawn Celebration event. We've got a air race, which could be a bit of fun, because I don't think we've had the air race type yet. Unless I'm mistaking that for the one where you're just dodging obstacles, and it's kind of like those crappy runner games that everyone was fawning over like 6-7 years ago, whatever it was. So yeah, hopefully it's not that again. I'd like a different event, because we've had like the same 3 events, I think. We've had the firework event where you follow a path and click a button and then there's fireworks. We've had the racing one where I said where you're just dodging stuff. I think we've had that like 4 or 5 times in the last 2 years. What was the other event? Oh, the other event was growing plants, which I'm 90% certain everybody hated. Anyway, championship prediction. So there is some kind of leaderboard thing going on here, and there is 2 vehicles. One called the Vetus B101 modified type, which looks like a Stingray, and the SC002, which does actually look like the SC002. So not quite sure what's going on there, because that is definitely not a Vetus B at all. That is a Stingray. There is also a sightseeing tour where you can fly around sightseeing the city and give thumbs up to people who own a block of offices. I enjoy the graphics in this game. You've got it on PC, you got the high graphics and stuff like that. It looks good. But I can't see anybody doing that more than once. And the problem is, it's now in the game, which means they're probably going to reuse it at some point. So, oh well. Celebration Trade Fair, we have another one of these. If you remember the last one of these, I'm going to recommend yet again, do not buy anything. Last time it had temporary liveries. There was a premium livery. If you are desperately wanting the premium livery, I might have bought it, by the way, because it was for my beloved ST59. Go ahead, it's expensive for what it is, in my opinion. But, like I said, if you're a bit of a collector, yeah, the ST59 livery is quite nice. But the other livery that comes within that pack that you can see on screen at the moment is temporary, and you get some boxes, and the boxes, honestly, last time I calculated it, just aren't worth it, like, at all. They're just like standard blueprint, black boxes, and I don't think they're even like 2.0. I think they're 1.0, so you have no chance of like some of the more lucrative meta ships within the game aren't like available there. So yeah, just avoid them, honestly, and wait for them to just come out again, unless you're desperately wanting that ST59 skin. There is also the Explorers Party during the event. The Antonius Explorer Contact Center and Explorer Development Division released some special star system exploration agreements for explorers who are returning from their vacation to sign. Again, this is another one of those sort of starter systems where if you come back, you can join one of these, and then you don't have to go up against the big baddies that are running around in massive mega unions. But that's how the game's playing out. Other return events and feature adjustments. We have more stuff for players returning. Let me know down in the comments if you've like quit this game and come back, because I genuinely don't think that's really happened. And if it has, the guy's come back, done like 2-3 days and just quit again. So yeah, I'll be interested to know how many people have like quit for a significant amount of time and come back to the game and are still playing it after like a few months of playing it, like at least got an entire server. And I'll be interested to know how many people have actually gone through that experience, because I can't imagine most of the people that I know that are playing this game have either like started and just carried on playing throughout, most of them being vets of 2 years, with like myself, some of them a bit more new, but yeah. Right, let's jump over into the game, and we'll have a quick look at everything as well in there, so I can just sort of show it off and how it looks within game as well. Right, as you can see, I've just logged in. Remaining time for exhibits, 6 days and 15 hours. Lagrange Strategic Asset Management Bureau presents all explorers with a commercial version of our latest equipment and technical blueprints. We hope this will provide a significant boost to your journey. So go there, let's have a quick look at these. So, for a $5, you can pick up a... See, I don't know if these are permanent. If these are permanent, it's possible that they're worth it. also, you don't know how common these particular equipments and items are. So it's difficult to say. However, this one increased the production queue limit of the base shipyard by 1, which can be allocated to build ships of Antonius. So this is going to let you build extra Antonius ships. If this allows the ability to also construct fighters and bombers, it might be quite good to just increase your production capacity of those, because you're going to lose those, well, quite often. But at the same time, Antonius ships themselves, I'm trying to think what's in my fleet currently. Solar Whales, Noma, Predator. Are Predators Antonius? I think Predators are Antonius, aren't they? So, yeah, maybe. But then they're cruisers, and you got build limit on those anyway, and you got 4 other sections you can build cruisers in. So do you need an extra one? Probably not. I can't imagine you never need that. I was kind of hoping it'd be like a reduction in time sort of building, but no. Alright, here is so validity 45 days. So this one here performs plasma UAV shows. So we've seen this before. We've got it for free during one of the events where they do the fireworks thing, basically. And it lets you put fireworks above people or above your own base and that kind of thing. And it looks kind of cool, but realistically, it's pretty pointless. And this has validity of 45 days. So I'm guessing this does just run out in 45 days and you won't have it anymore. This, however, is not mentioning that. So there is a possibility this is permanent for a 5er though. And like I said, I just don't think it's particularly useful. Unless it allows you to build fighters on other slots, or allows you to, I don't know how it's going to work. If someone's bought these, let me know down below, because I'm generally not that interested in buying these anymore. We have, so that's validity 45 days, that's validity 45 days, but that's not. So these are some technical blueprint packs. Technical blueprint pack for providing explorers extra resource packs. When equipped, it enhances the one-time mining ability on the resource node when the tactical item produced by this technical blueprint is used. So if this is an actual blueprint and it allows you to go like repeatedly build these, that's completely fine. Makes a delivery to any of your operations and mines a resource node inside the operation once, collecting 50,000 resources, uses the dedicated warp drive launch vehicle for delivery. We also have the high power broadcast beacon, allows information to be broadcast in the airspace within 50 GM for 2 hours after this launch to an activated operation. Again, with the dedicated warp drive launch vehicle for delivery. So if this is basically allowing you to build these, although that's a Hector 3 and this is saying Hector 2, right? So why have they got identical resource quantities? I don't know, maybe they move slower or mine slower? Again, I am not sure, and again, I will be asking down in the comments if you've picked this up. Is this permanent? Because being able to produce these is potentially quite good if they are cheap enough to produce, that is. So blueprints, not too bad in that aspect, because early game, when you're a little bit strangled on resources, getting that might be the difference of being able to rush up that tier a little bit quicker of your base. And last but not least, the only one for procs, so basically still money, unless you've been saving up like mad. Increase the storage limit of action points by 15. This is completely pointless in my opinion. That is 1 attack and 1 movement extra. Yeah, I just can't recommend that. When we used to have 150 action points, that would have been a 10% increase. Even at that point, it's not particularly good. And then you think that, well, we're now sat on 200 action points. No, just, I can't imagine that being good at any given point. That is the equipment. So I think all the equipments are maybe permanent, and it's these tactical items that have the expiry times on them. So this one, we got the Space Operation Planning Coordinator Ultra type. Reduces the action points consumed by the next 3 delivery operations of fleets by 10 for 2 hours. Something quite specific then to Trojite and maybe Data, where you are moving stuff around. We have a reconnaissance satellite. We know this one is going to... It's only 1 fleet. Immediately conducting reconnaissance on up to 1 non-friendly fleet. That's terrible. Like, the reason I use the reconnaissance satellite in the first place is on a front line to know what your enemy's running, to try and hard counter them. If it can only scan 1 fleet and there's 30 fleets on the front line, it's doing nothing. I hope these were better. I hope they'd scan like 10 fleets or something. And you also get the useless plasma UAV squadron. Great. Again, at the current moment, I'm just going to say don't buy any of them because I don't think any of these are worth it. I don't particularly think that's worth it, even though it's for Antonius extra building. I don't think that is arguably worth it, but not at 15 quid or 15 USD. So there's like 11 quid, 12 quid, somewhere around there at the moment, I think it is. And this one, 2,888 procs. If you've got it saved up, even if you've got it saved up, this equipment's not good. It's not useful in any situation I can think of. By the time you've usually spent your 200 AP, if you're like spending it wisely and waiting for, in fights and stuff like that, by the time you've done all that, you've probably got your 15 AP back from recharge. The only thing that's potentially decent here is that, and even then, I'm not even sure that's worth it. And we know ways around, capping yourself on resources when rushing forward by using trade to sort of bring in more resources. You buy the big, large boxes from level 7 cities and that kind of thing. And you can unstick yourself quite easily. And it's even easier, I just know. So let's have a quick look at the strategic assets. Obviously, this is completely empty because I refuse to buy them. I know you guys are wondering, and I've mentioned it. I did pick up the new skin for the ST59 because I use this quite a lot. This is in I've got I've built all 6. I have all 6 in fleets of some description. So it's been really, really good, and it's got nice shininess to it. I picked this up. Would I recommend picking it up? No. All the boxes I opened that came with this pack gave me nothing. So there you go. But yeah, it's a nice skin though. If you are a bit of a collector and you are looking for collection skins, the premium livery ones are better, genuinely speaking, than some of the base ones. Although that being said, some of the base ones are quite nice as well that you can pick up for procs and for other stuff. Tactical plugins, like I said, this is your weapon tech, your combo microchips and all that sort of stuff that's stored up. Yes, I have 11 auxiliary tech points saved. One day I might get the Eddie Karen. You never know. And even then, I'd probably still never use it, and I'd put those points on it, and it'd be a waste of time. Again, you got your ship liveries, like I said. There you go. Legacy and collectibles. Again, we have nothing in any of these at the moment. Well, I haven't anyway. So I'm waiting for them to convert what we've already collected over. We'll have to wait and see. But as you can see, you have version number up here. As you collect the data, you will unlock Ship Technology Beginner and then Ship Technology Novice and all this. And we'll have sort of an achievement system in-game, which is actually kind of nice. It gives PvE players something to play around with and do. Killing pirates and that kind of thing might be something in one of these. Dawn Accord, maybe? You can't even tell. So yeah. Something a bit of fun, something you can play around with and start collecting achievement whoring is, pretty common in games. I do it. So, yeah, something for you to do in PvE and hopefully, a bit of PvP as well. We have also 2 other things here for collections. I have no idea what these are. These might not just be implemented yet, and they're coming. We also have the Generation Legacy button, and that content is not yet ready either. What else have we got going on? We have the Dawn Celebration event, where we can connect to the city of Entontus, and there's the event running like we mentioned earlier. You have the Celebration Trade Fair, where you can pick up stuff. That is the one I picked up that has... See, I'm pretty certain these are V1. Yeah, these are V1. So yeah, you don't even have a chance of Marshall Cruxes and all sorts of ships that are actually pretty good. So yeah, if you are looking for these for the boxes, I can't recommend. Yeah, don't know. And again, the livery that comes with it, these are temporary, which is a shame because it is quite a nice livery. It looks pretty good on a few ships. I say that, it's sort of a brown now. Is it different to the one that's in here? No, Song of Praise. It's identical. So yeah, it's not a bad looking livery if you like red. I'm more of a blue person myself, but there you go. That the fact that gives you 2 research points is the most benign thing ever. Why didn't they just give you 2 extra bloody boxes in this pack? I give up sometimes with this game, I swear. Anyway, sightseeing tour. You can go and do your little sightseeing tour and chat to people. It's very nice. Explorers Party. This is the thing to allow you to invite people and all that kind of stuff. And there's my liaise code if anybody wants it. I think you have to use that when you're coming back, and that's how it sort of works. Leo's 1 player during the event. Org accepts 1 returning player, so yeah, there you go. You can, if you are coming back or planning on coming back, Gunboat has some spaces. And then, yeah, you got the shuttle through Entontus and your racing event, which is fun. Oh, they have changed it. It's at least the Vitus B model. I don't know why they've done it in the other thing. Oh, we got race supplies. Okay, as you can see, I've never clicked this button before. Claim and go. Do you get a fly? Do you not get a choice? I mean, obviously you take the Strix. Surely that's faster than the other thing. It's got self-repair. Oh, there's like differences now. So they have like changed the race around a little bit. That's kind of fun. I like that. Yeah, I can't complain if they're doing something slightly different, giving you like, this one has self-repair, this one has heavy armor, so it can take more damage. So yeah, no, that's kind of cool. And by the looks of it, hit a lot of obstacles. This one's got strong radiation damage. It is the dodge the obstacles runner event, and yeah. But there you go. So I think that's most of it, if not all of it. What is this one? Oh, that's the sightseeing tour. So there you go. That is the event. A quick look at. I say quick look. This is 15 minutes, and I don't even know how long the other bit was. There's going to be like a 30-minute video. Boring. So I'm going to leave it with that because you probably stopped watching by now anyway. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.